It's Evo Day. That's right. It's the Evil Evo. Hey everybody, what's up? Today is Evo Day. That's right, Evo, EVO. We're working on an Evo motor. It's a 1996 Dyna. And what are we doing? We're doing the rocker boxes. That's right, guys. They're leaking, and I'm going to show you right here. If you look, these things, the rocker boxes here are misaligned, and that's what's causing the leak. And why they're misaligned, I have no idea, but we're going to find out and fix this up for this guy. So one of the first things we need to do is remove the fuel tank and the seat so we can have access to the rocker boxes. Now, Evo rocker boxes are actually 3 pieces. You have a lower and a mid and an upper. So there's a total of 6 gaskets for your rocker boxes, and then there's 4 gaskets for your bolts, and I'll show you that, guys, that in a minute. So hang tight. Let me get the tank and seat removed, and we'll get it all done together. All right, guys, so here we are. I got the tank and seat off. Now we're ready to get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to be doing both heads. Even though it's only the forward rocker box that's leaking, we're going to go ahead and do both. Why? Because we're here, and it's a better practice. So there's 4 3/16 Allen screws here that we're going to loosen up. And there's 2 on the right side, 2 on the left. Now we're going to squeeze over to the forward head. I'm sorry, that was jerky. And now I got these nice and loose. We're going to go to the other side and do those, and they're a little trickier, and I'll show you. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of wires in our way. There's the frame in our way here, and we're going to have to get to these as well. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, you guys seen me use this before. It's that door panel screwdriver / puller. I'm going to just remove the wiring harness from the frame just so it's not in my way. You're not even seeing it, sorry. There we go. Not in my way. That one broke. I do have more of those in the toolbox, so I could always put that back. Okay, so now that this wiring harness is out of my way, and it's a little incorrect, so we're going to straighten out a lot of this stuff for him while we are here. So on the inside here, can we get in here with? No, we cannot. So I'm going to show you how we get in there. But as far as the front head goes, if you have a wobble head long Allen, you could get in there with that. And I'm going to loosen up these 2. That's 1. Come on, let go. Thank you. And now we'll do the other one. All right, so that's that one. Let me get the tools that I need so we could do these back ones. And I'll show you that in a minute. So what I have is a little bit here that's 3/16. I'm gonna try and get this inside of here. This is real close tolerances. And no, that's not gonna work either. So I'm gonna have to figure this one out and see what we can do to get it out. So I made a tool. I took a regular Allen wrench and I cut it down. And this is one of those giveaway ones. So I'm just going to loosen it up. I was able to get in here. There's less room on these Evos, believe it or not, than on the Milwaukee 8s to get in here and do things. So we'll loosen up this back one with you, and then I'll get the rest of these off myself. There we go. Line up. And then, there we go, loosened up. No. Let's see. Come on. There we go. And how about this one? Can we get another? Yes, we can. We could do it. We could do it. It's not going to argue with me like it is, because I'm going to win. There we go. There we go. I'm trying to get more than an 1/8 of a turn here. And I went a little too far. Jeez. Oh, Saturday morning. Oh, you gotta love these Evos. To me, one of the best motors ever made. But when you shoehorn them in like this, Harley, you did better with the twin cams and the Milwaukee 8s, giving more room for maintenance. But not enough. Oh, I already got the one already loose. I'm gonna have to pull that one out with the rocker box, I think. We're gonna give that a shot, or the one of 3 of the rocker boxes, I should say. Oh, all right, let me get this one out and then we'll continue on. Okay, I was able to snake this one out through here. But this one, I'm having a little bit of difficulty trying to snake it out. As you can see, the frame is in the way. So I'm gonna try and take this off with the rocker box on the other side. So let's go to the other side and get that one done. Okay, here we are on the other side. Look at that, that quick. All right, so like I said, I already got these loose. Gonna pull this up out of the way. Oh, I wonder, see, there's the gaskets I was telling you about. We're gonna be replacing these. There's 4 for each upper rocker box, plus there's an O-ring gasket here. Oh, maybe I could, oh, now I could get that out. Look at that, huh? And looks like the ones on the left side are shorter than the ones on the right. So now that that's out, I could slide this out. We could take this gasket, throw it in the garbage. And same thing with this gasket. Yep, there's a little gasket here as well that goes around the center. Now, to get this off, we just pick it up and pull it right out. And we have another O-ring gasket right here, and that comes right out. So to get this off, we need to pull off the rocker arms, and then there's 1 bolt, 2 bolts here, and let's see, it's been a while since I took one of these off. You got a 3/16 here and a 3/16 there. So let me get set up and we'll get it all off together. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 3/16 bolts. Can I, nah, darn it. What about the angled one? Can I get in here? Yes, I can, for at least the forward part of the back head. That one comes right out. And that's in there somewhere. I have to find it now. Darn it. Okay, I found it. So let's continue on. Can I get in here? Let's see. No, it's going to strip it out. So we're going to go with Emmanuel with the regular Allen wrench. I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to torque these once they're in, but we'll get it. I'm doing the back head because the back head's always the hardest to do on any bike. So if you guys wanted to do this, at least you get to see the hard one being done first. This bike is coated in oil, guys. Coated. I'm telling you it's coated because the front rocker box is leaking, and the owner of this bike was taking an oil bath when he dropped it off, believe it or not, or oil shower. So it's safe to say he was well lubricated. There we go. We got this one coming off. Oh, hey, I forgot to say it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please click that like and that subscribe, and don't forget to bang that bell notification. This way you get notified every time I upload a video. All right. I'm finding a lot of other things loose on here, like his foot peg. So we're going to fix a lot of little things on this bike for him, besides the oil leak. All right, so now let's go around to the other side. Yep, just like any other rocker box, guys. It's a left to right, right to left. And we got to get these two 7/16 bolts out here. They're on either side of your rocker arms. That's one. Can I get in? Yes, I can. And that's 2. And we're going to go by the book and see if which ones get thread locker, which ones don't. And then we're going to make it right. So he could go out and enjoy his motorcycle tonight and tomorrow. Because tomorrow's supposed to be a beautiful day. Today, the rain is just on and off all day. So we want him to go out and enjoy his motorcycle without taking an oil shower. All right, let me get these off, guys, and we'll get back together. Okay, got those off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, I'm going to loosen these up a quarter turn at a time in the cross fashion. This way we're evenly distributing the pressure off the rocker arms and the valves. All right, let me get a ratcheting wrench, get these off, and we'll move on. Okay, got the ratcheting wrench, and this is going to make my life a lot easier. And let me go on the other side, we'll get those. Oh, wait a minute. I found another bolt right here, holding that down. So, let's get this one. Now it's making sense why we weren't relieving that pressure. Yeah, now it makes sense. All right, so I'm going to the other side, work those rocker arm bolts, and then we'll remove the rocker arms together. I should have just grabbed the gun and zipped them at this point. Would have made life a lot easier, I think. All right, so we're going to pull these 2 off. Just like that. I'm going to make sure that this center bolt in front of is completely unbolted. Because all I'm going to do is I'm going to move this lower rocker box to the left side. And it is. And pull out these bolts so the frame is not in my way. Okay. And I got the washer. And I got the washer for this one. Oh, I had the washer. I've got the washer for that too. All right, let's pull this bolt out, make our life a lot easier. And there's that washer, which goes with this bolt. And we're going to pull up the lifters, or push rods. There you go. It's 1. Quit fighting me. There's 2. Purple is for exhaust, blue is for your intake, as these came out. And as always, you can always look at them to see which one is where. Look at that, huh? And this gasket comes off. And then we start rebuilding it. But before I do that, I got some stuff here to do with the push rods. Let me get that done and we'll work together putting this one back together, and then I'll do the front head on my own. Okay, I got the front rocker box done. As you can see, that's all done and clean and looking good for a bike of this vintage. All right, so let me bring this down. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start assembling the back head. Again, the only reason why I'm only doing the back with you guys, because this is the hardest one to do out of them both. So what you want to do is take your gasket. This beveled edge, right, goes up. You can feel the bevel right there. If you put it in this way, it will not seal. Put it in this way, it'll seal just fine. It can go both ways. So we'll put that in. We'll put our push rods in. And you you heard what I said about the colors, but if you forget, your exhaust one is longer on your forward and your back head. And why is that longer? Because it's got further to travel. So the longer one, which I believe is the purple, will go in for your exhaust, just like that. And your intake, which would be the shorter one, which is blue, then purple is the exhaust. And if you're still confused, if you look in the manual, it will tell you which color goes where. But if the colors are worn off and you don't know, that's a good way to tell. Now, if this gasket is going to keep moving around on you, it's a little annoying, but that's okay. I got you covered. So now we're going to take our base of the 3, going to wipe this off really good, rocker boxes, and we're going to put this on. Hopefully I can sneak this on with the push rods in. Remember, I had to take the push rods out to pull this off. So I'm hoping I'll be able to sneak this in, or get this in with the push rods in. But I want to wipe off every mating surface and all the way around. 1, to make this nice and clean and shiny as I can. And 2, I don't want any oil. So we're going to sneak this bad boy in, hopefully. Yeah, I'm going to have to pull the push rods out and put it in and drop the push rods in, just like we did taking it out. So here we go. We're going to put this in, just like that. Oh, there we go. So now, the purple, which is the long one, is the exhaust. So we're just going to drop this one in, just like that. We're making this, I know it's kind of hard this way, but sometimes we just got to do it. There we go, and that's in. And what I want to do is get our bolts. We're going to start these and line up our gasket to the bolt holes. Try and get them as straight as possible. There you go. So now I'm going to go do the other side. Let me get them started and we'll get back at it. Okay, per the instructions in the manual is that you run these down in a crisscross pattern and then we torque them to 15 to 18 foot-pounds. So to me, 15 to 18 foot-pounds would be a 16 and a half foot-pounds. So what I'm doing is I'm just bringing this just to kiss the rocker box on all 4. This way, I'm gonna, then once I get these all kissed up and not tightened down of anything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the other 3 bolts in and snug those down as well. And then we'll torque it all together. Okay, I got those all snugged down. Now these 3 bolts, these will get torqued as well. And I'll look up that torque spec. I just had it for the front, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So please forgive me, but I will get it as we go to torque it. And I got to get these snugged down as well. Now there's 2 Allen screws in the back corner on this lower one. Those get torqued down as well. And that torque is 120 inch, from 90 to 120 inch-pounds. So like normal, I go to 105 inch-pounds. Okay, these are a 1/2 inch. And because of the other side, I'm just going to use the dog bone to tighten these up. And we have to go in a crisscross pattern. So I'm going to set this to 16 and a half. Okay, let's see. That's 15, 16 and a half. All right, so I'm going to start here and I'm going to go there, back and forth. So let's see. Oh, there we go. Like I said, I just kissed them, so they're not really good, well torqued, or even close. Okay, that's one. But we're going to go over this a couple times because as this plate settles, there will be some movement to it. And this is why I'm using the dog bone, because I can't get in here with the torque wrench. That's 2. Now this one, oh, gotta watch that. 90 degrees off, please. That's 3, and then I'll do the last corner, which will be 4, 16.5 foot-pounds. So now I'm here, I'm just gonna go, not in a crisscross, but just torque check. See, that one loosened up just a little. That's 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go one more time just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those of you who say, why are you double checking? You're over torquing. That's why, because when you torque something down, that will, at multiple bolts, it will loosen up. All right, so the other ones are 10 to 13 foot-pounds. So we're going to go to 11.5 foot-pounds of torque on those. Not a lot of torque. All right, so we'll start in this one. That's 1. Sneak it inside of here. 2. This one's not down as much. There we go. 3. One last time, double check. 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you go by the book, the top rocker box covers are, what they say, 10 to 13 foot-pounds. I do not recommend that. I recommend you go, they're a 3/16 head, like every other Harley. Go to 105 inch-pounds. I highly recommend that. So I got to get, let's see, the gaskets. I need the gaskets, which are over here. So there's 4 rocker box gaskets plus the bolt gaskets for the top rocker box. And these are basically an O-ring. This is one. This goes around the perimeter. Make sure, oh, see that one's not in right. So you guys got to make sure the rotation of your gaskets, because if you put them in wrong, I will guarantee you they will leak. So that's 1. And then we got 1 here in the center. That's 2. Now, I'm going to check the other side, make sure the gasket's seated in the channel, because if it's not, and it's not, now that it is, it will leak. And again, we're fixing an oil leak, so we don't want induce any more oil leaks, make more work for ourselves. Now I'm taking the mid rocker box cover and I'm wiping it down, getting all the oil off of it, any crud that got in the channel, because there's another channel for from the mid to the top. Now for the top, there's little fiber gaskets for the bolts. Do not, and I repeat, do not reuse them. So we'll sneak this bad boy right in. All right, what's holding me up here? Come on, I know you can do it. There we go. Now, these will move around on you because this doesn't get bolted in yet. Does not. And there's another gasket. We'll put this on. Yeah, and the reason why I didn't put this on when sliding this in, because trust me, you will have problems. All right, let me go around and verify that it's in the channel on the other one. And there we go. We set it in the channel. It's looking good. It's in its happy place. And we like our happy place. Getting this old fiber gasket off the bolt. Now, once you slide the upper rocker box on, you want to go past where it sits. So let me wipe this off a little bit, especially the mating surfaces. And we will clean this stuff up nice when it's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this in. Oh, it moved. See, you got to be careful because they will move around on you, especially when you're talking tight tolerances like this. Slide this bad boy in, go past it just to here. And why? So we could put all new fiber gaskets on the bolts, and I'll show you what they look like. Those are them. So I'm going to do these two on this side and make sure that those go in nice and nice. Slide this up and over where it belongs, or at least attempt to. For the other side, have your rocker box kick out to the side just a little bit so you could get your bolts in. Let's take a look at the bolt side. Those bolts shorter than these? Yes, they are. So always make sure you get the right length bolts on the right side of the rocker box. Just learn that. These bolts are shorter. Will it make a difference? Let's see. Let's see. Will it make a difference? I'm hoping it does. I can't make this stuff up, guys. I really can't. Let me argue with this and get back to you once I get these started. Okay, I got it with a little persuasion. It's a pain in the neck. You're talking centimeters in clearance here. So I'm going to get these started by hand. And again, these go to 120 inch-pounds. I'm sorry, 90 to 120. So I'm going to go to 105 inch-pounds for both the front, for the top rocker boxes. But first, I have to run them in by finger to get the clearance to get the tool in there. Believe it or not. So as you could, I don't know if you could see it, but I'm twisting it with two fingers, one on each side. All right, let's see. Can I get the tool in there? Not yet. And it's always good to make sure that you make sure these rocker boxes are squared up with each other. Because if it's not square, they're going to leak. So what I like to do is just snug them up and make sure all the edges are smooth and up against the way they're supposed to be. There we go. That looks good. So like I said, I'm just going to snug them up. They have new fiber gaskets underneath the steel washers. And I'm going to go snug up the other side. This here feels good. Check the other side. And then torque it up. Might have to put a pair of pliers on. Oh, nope, I was able to sneak it in with my modified wrench here, which is was one of those give you wrenches in some sort of product. I was like, oh, okay, I'll hold on to it And then, that was a while ago. Now I was able to modify it to use it on a job that I normally wouldn't use it on, or normally don't do. So this will be known as my Evo wrench for rocker boxes. Seems like that's all I've been doing lately is modifying tools. I modified a couple sockets for compressor relief valves, and now an Allen wrench. Come on, let go. I get it. Ow, ow. Stop it, that hurt. Got my finger jammed up in there. Okay, I get like a quarter turn, or not even, probably a 1/16 of a turn. Then I have to take it out. Back it off just a little, get it out. There we go. This back head is such a pain in the neck, guys. And then I got to readjust all his wiring. All right, so let me go get these nice and tight. So I did that corner, and I'm going to do this corner. And then I'm going to put a torque wrench on them. I don't know how I'm going to torque the inside of here. Oh, I know how I'm going to do it. I know exactly how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the piece I cut off, use that with a dog bone, and get my 105 inch-pounds. Huh? Because I didn't throw that piece out yet. Try and get them as close as I can by feel, and then get the modified torque wrench, or modified Allen wrench with a dog bone, doing a torquey torque thing. This is a lot of fun, ain't it? Different from what I normally do. See how these loosen right up? That's why I keep going back and checking. Boy, this is fun. I'm just glad I don't work on a lot of Evos anymore. All right, now we'll get the torque. I'll get the torque wrench on it. And you guys don't really need to see that. All right, guys, hope you like this video. Like I said, something different. It's Evolution motor. Normally we work on Milwaukee 8s and very few twin cams. All right, guys, and that's it. Until the next time, I want you to live the best life you can. And as always, ride often and ride hard.